Yes guys, welcome back to the Full On Football channel. It is time for yet another match day vlog. That is right, after 2.5 weeks I am back for another match vlog. Like I said at the England-Latvia video, if you did watch that, I do apologise about sort of the lack of uploads recently. I just don't have much time on my hands at the moment. So yeah, unfortunately, for at least this season, this is sort of how the season's going to end and how the match vlogs will sort of come out. Not once every week like they used to be last season, sort of once every couple of weeks. But I've got a few match vlogs lined up over the Easter period, so do not worry about that. But I do apologise for that. But today is a bit of an unusual one. I won't say a big one because, you know, I always say it's a big one, but it is. But this is an unusual one. So normally, of course, I'm going to teams like Watford, Luton, Stevenage, who are local to me, or teams in London who are local to my university. But today, it's a bit of a weird one because we're not doing any of those teams today. It's midweek, it's Wednesday. We are heading to Swansea City as they take on Plymouth Argyle. Now, the reason why we are going to Swansea, and I say we, the reason why we're going to Swansea is because the person who's going to be joining me tonight is, of course, Mr. Ethan Crane. He's taken a bit of a liking to the Swans, and he's thought, you know what, let's make a pilgrimage tonight to the Swansea.com stadium, if that's what it's even called now. And that's what we're doing. So we are heading to Swansea. It's about 1 o'clock. No, it's about 12:30 now. We're heading off at 1. So yeah, I thought I'd get my intro in before we go. We'll see if we can get Mr. Crane's thoughts before the game as well of his beloved Swansea City. But they take on Plymouth tonight. Swansea sitting mid-table. Before last Saturday, when they beat Derby County, they were sort of considered an outsiders for relegation. They were sort of sleepwalking their way down to the bottom of the table. It's just lucky for them that there were teams a lot worse than them, sort of at the bottom and in the bottom three. But they were sort of down there. So if the teams at the bottom picked up results, they would be falling down into that bottom three. But they did beat Derby County 1-0 at home on Saturday, and they have an excellent chance tonight to sort of push themselves well and truly clear of the bottom three if they beat bottom of the league Plymouth Argyle tonight. Now, of course, they stayed up on the last game of the season last season. I believe it was by goal difference, but I could be wrong, so do correct me on that if I am wrong. And yeah, but they have a bit of an uphill battle on their hands coming toward the end of this season because they're bottom of the league. And I think, I'm not 100% sure on the points difference, but I know Luton are at 23rd and they've got a 4 or 5 point difference. So they've got at least maybe 6 or 7 to make up. So if they win tonight, that is absolutely massive going into the last 4 games. I'm really looking forward to this. Never been to Swansea before, so it's a new guys tick off for me. And I'm just looking forward to see how the game unfolds tonight. So without any further ado, guys, let's make our way across the border and into Swansea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the Swansea.com stadium. My first time in Wales, and I have to say, from the outside looking, well, not looking in, because we haven't gone in yet, but from the outside, this is a very nice ground. Joined by, of course, Mr. Ethan Crane. Mate, what's your score prediction? Of course, you're, like I said, I mentioned it in the intro, you've taken a bit of a liking to Swansea.
I have.
So,
all because of the Watford game, but I'm saying 3-2 Swansea. 3-2
Swansea. Do you have any goal scorers in mind?
Potnick hat-trick.
Okay,
and maybe a Joe Allen off the bench.
Come on. Right, Frankie, what's your score predictions?
4-1 Swansea.
4-1 Swansea. Quality. Let's get into the ground. Okay, ladies and gents, we've now made it inside of the Swansea.com stadium. And like I said, outside, it looked good from outside. We're now inside, and I can confirm it is nice both outside and inside. And over there next to us on the right-hand side of the North Bank will be housing the away fans tonight. Plymouth Argyle, really good effort from those who have decided to make the journey up to Swansea on this Wednesday night in April. We're actually talking in the car about sort of Saturdays and Tuesdays, wherever they go, it's normally quite far for Plymouth fans. And it's about a 3-hour and 15-minute journey from Plymouth up to Swansea today. So it'll be interesting to see whether it's actually one of their shortest journeys. I'm not actually sure if it is or not, because Swansea seems relatively close compared to other teams, but regardless of that, whether it is their closest one or not, 3 hours and 15 minutes on a Wednesday night is still a very, very long way to go. So fair play to everyone who has come along tonight.
welcome back to the Fulham Football Channel. It's Wednesday, it is football day, and for the first time ever in the channel's history, we have crossed the border and we have landed in the land of the Swans, Swansea. And to see Swansea City take on Plymouth Argyle in the Sky Bet Championship. Well, Swansea City season pretty much all but over with a few games to go. They were outsiders for relegation coming into the game against Derby County on the weekend, but with a 1-0 win, they're pretty much all but sealed their championship status for next season. And a win tonight here against Argyle will all but do that, make sure that they are playing championship football next season. Well, for Plymouth Argyle though, they are at the bottom of the championship and looking to avoid relegation for the second time in a row in the championship. Can they do it? We will have to see. Swansea versus Plymouth here at Swansea.com Stadium. The kick-off is coming up. They've been by far the dominant side out of the two. It's been one-way traffic ever since kick-off. Brilliant cross, brilliant header. And Swansea lead. Well, for me, that is that. I mean, 20 minutes in, Swansea City 2, Plymouth 4. Plymouth got back into the last 5 minutes. A decent effort from the free kick that was saved nicely by Lewis Figure in the Swansea goal. But so far, they just have not created enough. Haven't even looked at the midfield. Swansea have been ruthless. There is yet another goal from the cross. It's from the set piece. Right into the head. I believe the number 8. Swansea have a 2-goal lead. Incredible! Absolutely incredible! And that is game over. 3-0, 35 minutes. What a strike! People at full stretch couldn't get that one. That is that. What a strike! to be 4. That had to be 4. You can't really see them, but fair play to every single one of those Plymouth fans that's still putting up with this. Just a moment ago, they're still jumping around and singing, so got to make the best of a bad situation. They're doing just that, so full credit to every single one of them. Right, it's half time here at the Swansea.com Stadium, Swansea City 3, Plymouth 0. What an incredible half from start to finish from Swansea. Relentless, ruthless in attack going forward. Got Plymouth absolutely no time whatsoever. Boos from the right of us in the away end from the Plymouth Argyle fans tells you all you need to know what they thought of this first half performance. They're going to need to come out and score a couple of early goals to get back into this one. Swansea only trying to see, and they look like they're going to secure yet another 3 points here in Swansea. Half time, Swansea City 3, Plymouth Argyle 0. Well, there you go. 3 substitutions for Plymouth Argyle. They mean business in the second half. Can they get an early goal to get themselves back in this one? Swansea have had countless chances to make it more than 3 in the second half, especially Eon on that left hand side. Finishing hasn't been good enough in the second half for Swans.
Being replaced by 31.
Don't exactly know if that's meant to happen. We're making a substitution. We're getting treated to the visuals of multicolours and black and white squares. Quality that. Fair play to the Plymouth fans who are still here and making their voices heard. To their squad on the pitch, trying to make the best out of a bad situation. They've stayed here right until the 82nd minute. I'm sure they'll be here to the 90th as well. Full credit. And that is that full-time here in the Swansea.com Stadium. Swansea City 3, Plymouth Argyle 0. That finishes off an incredible result for the Swans. 2 wins in a row, 4 goals, 0 conceded in 2 games here at the Swansea.com Stadium. And that's a big result. Well, the first half was where all the action happened. 3 goals down this end. An incredible performance from the Swans in that first 45 minutes. The second half, no goals, not a huge amount of action, but I wasn't saying the Swans didn't have their fair share of chances down the other end. A few handful of decent chances that any other day could have gone in and made this game at least 6 or 7. But Plymouth Argyle managed to hold on and keep it to 0-0 in the second half. That's at least one positive they could take back down to the South Coast. But it's full time here at Swansea City 3, Plymouth Argyle 0. Again, I said it before, I say it again, full credit to the Plymouth Argyle fans for not only putting up that performance in the first half, but staying the length of the second half as well to cut their players off. It's going to be a big 5 games for them. They need the results, and the team are going to need their support. But if they carry on like this, carry on supporting their team like this, hopefully for them, they'll be able to pull some results out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please like, please subscribe. I will next see you on Saturday afternoon, 12:30 kickoff. back to the Hives as they take on going to Barnet, take on Willstone in a big North West London and Panorama National League clash. So I'll see you next time.